Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are doing extremely well. In this video, we are going to discuss the problem of the day on the Geeks for Geeks platform. So today's problem is unique subsets. So we'll be understanding the problem statement first, then the logic part, and then we'll be having a look on the coding part. But before proceeding further, guys, we are just about to become a family of 20k members, right? So please show some support and do spread this channel among your friends as well. Do let them know about our channel, and please do subscribe if you haven't subscribed. So it will really motivate me to create more such content, and make sure to join our Telegram community as well. The link for the Telegram channel is given in the description itself. So with that note, let's get started. Unique subsets. So this question has been asked in multiple companies multiple times. So obviously this is a very helpful question for you. So the question says, given an array ARR of integers of size n that might contain duplicates, the task is to find all possible unique subsets. So in the array that is given to you, there can be duplicate values as well, but you have to make sure that you have to find out the unique subsets, and they should be unique. Okay, they should be unique. There should not be duplicate subsets. So each subset should be sorted. That's what they have mentioned. So n equal to 3 is there, array is given to you 2, 1, 2. So here you can see this 2 is duplicate. So for this array, what we are getting, what is the output? These are the subsets, unique subsets that we are getting. In the explanation part, even you can see all possible subsets are this, right? And after sorting, you need to print them in the sorted order. So after sorting, this is what we are getting. Okay, so I hope the question should be clear to you. Okay, it should be clear. So whatever task is, we have to complete the function all subsets, which takes the array and n as input parameters and returns list of all possible unique subsets in lexicographical order. Expected time complexity is 2 pi power n. Expected auxiliary space is 2 pi power n into x. Right now, here they have given you a kind of hint. If this is the time complexity, and you can see we have to generate the subsets. Okay, so can't we use the backtracking approach here? Right, most of you must be getting this idea that we can use backtracking approach here. So here in this video as well, we'll be using the backtracking approach itself. So let's understand that what is the approach we are going to follow, and then we'll be having a look on the code part. So before understanding that how we can avoid duplicate subsets, let's understand if you have to generate all the subsets for a given array. So let's say we are having an array of size 3. These are the array elements. So first we can take this one, or let's say we are not taking this one. Then comes this 2. So either we are taking this 2 or we are not taking this 2. Then comes this 2. So either we are taking this 2, 1, 2, 2, or we are not taking this 2. Then here as well, for this particular thing, we already skipped this 2, right? So now we have this 2. So either you will take this 2, 1, 2, or you won't take this 2. Now this part we also have to explore. So for this part, what we did, we already skipped that one, right? Now comes 2. So here either you will take this 2 or you won't take this 2, right? Then comes this 2. So here either you will take this 2, so you will be having 2, 2, or you won't take this 2. Now for this part, we already skipped this 2, right? Now we have this one. So here as well, either you will take this 2 or you won't take this 2. So you can see how many subsets we have got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? So let me note down them here. So this one empty. Then 2, 2. Then 2, 2. Then 1. Then 1, 2, 1, 2. Then 1, 2, 2. Right? So which part we are repeating? You can see which part we are repeating. These two subsets are getting repeated, and these two are getting repeated, right? So if you will check, if we are removing the repetition, then what should be the number of unique subsets that we'll be having? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6, right? 6, right? So how you can avoid them? You can check here now. You can check if with 1 we have already come across a 2. So let's not explore this part. Or let's say when we were here, right? We already skipped this 2. We were on this 2. So we can make a comparison that if the value on which we are currently, if it is equal to the previous value. So let's skip that part. Don't do the exploration for that particular part. Similarly here as well. Here as well now that we were getting 2, 2, right? So we can do the same thing for this part as well. So for comparison part where we are comparing that the current element is not equal to the previous element. So as of now our array is sorted. So this would be an easy task to do, right? So that's why we have to make sure whatever we are the array that we are getting, we have to make it sorted, because in the question they have nowhere specified that our array is sorted. So this is how we have to backtrack, and by putting this single condition that I just specified, we can avoid exploring the duplicate part, right? So I hope that is clear. So let's move to the code part now. So here you can see this is the main function that is given to us, all subsets, that is having an integer array and that is having a vector array. So here you can see this is the main function given to us, all subset, that is having a vector of integer type and the size, right, of ARR. Now what we are doing is we are creating a vector of vector here, because that's what we have to return, and vector of integer, that is the current that we are having, and the index, because we have to start from the 0th part itself, from the 0th index itself. So first of all what we are doing is we are sorting, right? We are sorting our vector, we are sorting the given vector. Then we are calling a helper function to which we are passing the array, the result, right, this particular value, the current and the index. Now here we are putting that backtracking logic that we discussed. So first of all what we are doing is we are putting that current value to the result. So as of now what would be the value of current? There is nothing, right? There is nothing has been stored here. So we are considering this as empty value that we are putting in result. Then we have started exploring. We have taken a loop int I equal to index till the size of the array I plus plus we have to do. Now this condition is doing what I already explained, right? That if I value is not equal to index, we are making sure that, and the ith value on which we are, if it is equal to that of I minus 1 value, means these are the duplicates, and we have to avoid exploring the duplicates, right? But otherwise we'll get the duplicate subsets. So we have to simply continue. Otherwise what we are doing is we are pushing that ARR of ith value to the current, and then we are exploring for other values as well. We are doing the backtracking for other values as well. Now see, when we were exploring, we were doing something like this. Either you have to take a value or you don't have to take a value. Either you have to take the 2 or you don't have to take the 2, right? So for this, like when you are calling this, we are taking the other ith values, we are moving further. Now let's say for one part you take the 2 and for another you didn't consider it. So what we are doing here is we are popping that last element that we have entered, right? So that's what this statement is doing, current dot pop back, right? So let's say for one explanation we consider this 2 and we add it to this current. Now for other explanation what we are doing, just remove this 2, we haven't considered it, right? So this is what we are doing, this is how we are generating the subsets, and for avoiding duplicates, this is the condition that we have put here, right? So I hope that is the logic part is clear for you, the code part is clear for you. I have provided the code in the comment section, in the description, so you can just check it from there. For your reference purpose it is there. Also guys, don't forget to share and subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone for your support.